How do you actually create this kind of cinematic light and atmosphere in Blender? I get asked this all the time. I've put together this scene to walk you through some of my favorite tricks, and even though the final result may look complex, the process is actually surprisingly simple. Let me show you how it works from the very beginning. You can grab the full Blender scene from this tutorial over on my Patreon. I've also just released a brand new comprehensive tutorial on cinematic animation available exclusively for my Patreon. If you're ready to take your work to the next level, definitely check out the link in the description. So let's take a look at this cinematic setup. And first, I'm not even use any HDRI or any kind of specific fancy light system. If we go over to the Vault properties, look at this surface environment color. It's just a simple environment color, standard Blender environment values. So no HDRI, no specific light maps, nothing more than that. It's just a default value for this environment light. And to create this cinematic atmosphere, we basically only need a couple of things. This global light just for highlighting the environment, that to imitate a bit of dome light, nothing more. Next, more interesting, and I add this volume cube. Now this is just a simple mesh cube. If I go into this shader, you'll see it has principled volume node applied to it. And this is absolutely base for the cinematic look and atmosphere. I place this cube right behind the main object, this cabin. My main goal here was to separate this main hero object from the background. I wanted to make this main object and the foreground feels most like a silhouette, shading out as a dark shape against the lighter background. But here is the scene. It's not just a volume, it's also a key part of this lighting system. I'm using emission strings inside this volume shader, and we can use these strings to literally emit light from within this volume. As you can see, if I move this cube, it acts like a volume wall right behind this cabin. It creates this beautiful, thick atmosphere. First of all, by putting it behind the object, I don't cover the foreground, so I don't lose any of these crisp details on the cabin itself. But secondary, it separates the main scene elements from the background and makes the background feel soft and ambient. Because I'm using volume, we also get this natural gradation. The scene just slowly disappears into the atmosphere, which creates a really cinematic composition. Now, inside this volume, I'm not just using a flat emission color. Instead, I've plugged in a noise texture. If I make this texture visible, you can see this noise pattern. This is just original noise. The reason I do this is to make the volume feels less flat and less uniform. Of course, you might not see every single details of this noise in the final render compared to what we see here in the preview, but it definitely affects the volume. It creates that not uniform surface that feels like real air or dust. I'm using this color ramp instead of the standard color. By using these toggles, we can set the exact range of this volume. It might be hard to see over a YouTube video, but it makes sense and the volume looks much more realistic. So that's the base setup, but we also need to highlight some details, some point lights. Small light just to highlight specific details of the scene. This doesn't relate the global cinematic light, but it's crucial for overall settings the mood. So I add a few additional lights, area light to highlight a bit of this foreground. I also added the point light to increase the light from this cabin's outside light, another light next to the cabin, and another one hits the front wall to bring out details. Then I add a side light, maybe it's moonlight. It doesn't even matter, just highlight this side of the cabin. If I disable the volume and set the global light to 0, you can see exactly how these point lights are working. They aren't just there to light the scene, they are there to sculpt the main object properly. And by the way, look at the colors. My side light is cold, while all this light source on the cabin side are warm, some orange and yellow. Then the general environment light has this greenish tone. This contrast between warm and cold is a foundation of cinematic light. And also see why I keep this volume cube behind the scene. If I move it forward, see how it starts to create this glow that messes up the foreground. It doesn't look as good. By keeping it behind the cabin, it creates a deep cinematic background without losing the hero object. The crucial part of achieving cinematic is post-production. You can't achieve a cinematic mood using only 3D technique like volume and light in the scene. You have to use color grading. This is the final stage of cinematic look. We all know that cinematic look usually means slightly desaturated image. So I'll start by decreasing the global saturation here. Then I'll pull down the gain to get this deep, heavy mood. Maybe a bit of gamma too. Now you'll see the shadow are getting a bit too dark, so I'll go back to shadows and let's increase gamma there, just to leave them back up and recover some details. Next up is the RGB curves. This is a crucial part of any film look. Pretty much every cinematic style is created here. I'll adjust the curve to find the perfect balance of black and white points on the render. I can also decrease the impact of this curve or go back and tweak the midtones again. Now here's a really cool trick. I can impact the light using a hue correct node. I know my background and the global light are greenish. If I go into hue correct and pull up the green point, I'm actually increasing the light coming from these sources in the render. So I'm manipulating the light in the scene using just the color information. I can increase the saturation, by the way, for this yellow to make the warm cap light pop. Or I can even recolorize the entire scene just by shifting these points. I'm doing this using my own power grade add-on for color grading in Blender, but if you don't have it, you can just use the standard hue correct node in Blender Compositor and get the same result. Or you can get my power grade add-on on my Patreon. But the thing is that we can use color information to even manipulate the light in the scene. Not directly, of course, but as post-production effect. Alright, let's finish the look. And I'll add soft filter because, as we know, a film look usually a bit softer and less digital. Then I add some glare, and I'm going to use bloom settings to give it light, that nice atmospheric blend. Then a bit of lens distortion. This gives us those subtle lens effects like chromatic aberration on the edges. I also enable vignette, but I'll keep it very soft, just hitting the corners to focus the viewer eyes. And finally, film grain. So, here's my raw render and small recap. It's just a few simple steps. First, use a simple light for base light. Second, use volume with emission to create depth, scene separation, and also for highlights. Third, add point lights with contrasting color temperature, warm and cold, and something like this to sculpt your details. And finally, use post-production to tie it all together with curves, hue correct, and post effects. Just a couple of things and you have that professional cinematic look right in Blender. So I hope this helps you achieving the cinematic look in your own projects. Don't forget to subscribe my channel for more Blender tutorials like this one. You can grab the project files from this scene on my Patreon, along with exclusive new tutorials on cinematic animation that just went live. Check out the link in the description to get started. So keep creating and I'll see you in the next one.